Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with, of course, another Paladins video, and playing some Khan. Today's had a substantial set of buffs in this Emergence Community Patch, ones that I wasn't really expecting. To be honest, his damage and his Q buffed a ton, all the way from 190, which I think is the highest it's ever been. It might have been 220, but I'm pretty sure this is just reverting nerfs it's had. I could be wrong with that, but this is also obviously a big buff to stun bullets, and you know, the fire rate's the same, everything is just extra damage to him. And then his battle shout was also just straight buffed, 250 extra on the heal, 1100 to 1350, and 2 seconds off the cooldown from 14 to 12. Everything else is the same, the cards all work the same as they did. I think this loadout is a bit different, which is what we're playing with today, just the standard damage thing. Honestly, great buffs to him, just his base kit overall being better. You'll notice it regardless of how you play him, and the devs seem to agree with me in the feeling that he's sort of fallen behind a bit compared to the other front lines, and this should definitely push him back out there. His talents, on the other hand, are a completely different story. Stun bullets is definitely the default choice, has been for a really long time. It's been moved around a bit back and forth, but yeah, currently it has been sort of the damage standard way to play Khan. Vortex grip was OP. It did definitely shine for a bit. I think it was 2 seconds, kind of forced you to grab resilience. It was a super easy to land stun, whereas now at 1.4 isn't really worth grabbing. I think unless it was 1.75, it wouldn't see that much play. That would be my guess. And the end shield has always been kind of just, you know, relegated tank talent that no one really goes for. I've obviously tried to run it, tried to show it off. I have a setup. Occasionally it is worth grabbing, depending on the scenario. It will actually be the best choice, but most of the time it's the least fun. That's why it doesn't really get played that often. You are just kind of the shield character. Most people don't think of Khan for the shield because there's other characters that do it better. So overall, it's just kind of redundant, and people go for these two and kind of play him as a hybrid thing, which is where he works really well. He's a fantastic sort of damage tank. Massive shoutouts here to the Genos, just saying that I'm inspiration. Then he's been following me since 2019. I got to drop a U-Rock. I don't usually respond in the chat if I'm recording a video, but I felt like I needed to there. I massively appreciate that. It's kind of weird, especially after being back for a week, getting hit with that, but died there saying to go by pushing him way too hard. But the only real response I can give to that is, of course, thank you for the lovely message, and also just thank you for watching my stuff, because I wouldn't be doing this anywhere near, I think, as much as I do now if it wasn't for you guys watching my stuff. So if you can thank me for anything, thank you more for watching. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, back to the video. Let's play Can't Be Aggressive. Drop a Q, try and get away here. Shields coming in quite useful, to be honest. I'm already noticing the change to 10. I think I've messed around in the target practice a little bit with this, but I didn't actually jump into a game. But it's instantly noticeable the second you pick him up with the extra damage and just the extra strength on that Q will grab her out of that. There we go, team is working quite well here. Ash is, of course, just gone. Of course, I'm going to go for some Kronos here, though, to try and show off that Q a little bit more. It makes just the build overall with the cooldown reduction even better, because you're still pulling it down by 3 seconds, down to 9. There's a Q. I did try and wait that out to see if maybe something could happen. We're going to F back. Yeah, I'm just going Tyra ulting with a Dread there as well. Ain't going to happen. We tanked a crazy amount, though. Do I go for Haven? I feel like I kind of default to Haven whenever I'm playing anybody at this point. Shots here on the Ash. She's going fully up. Can we grab her out of that? Oh, I actually timed it. I actually nailed that. That actually worked. For some reason, I just thought I was going to get stunned. That was going to be a complete failure. She was dead there anyway, because no one with the team obviously on her side to help her out. But grab the Genos. I actually landed that as well. What's going on? I'm actually making plays today. Just finish him off. Tickle him a little bit, and he should be dead. He's got no health. There we go. There's a Q. We'll just completely, you know, stop that from happening. Shots here on the Dredge will push in, heal up a tiny bit. There we go. We should be able to full go on him here. But I feel like Khan at the moment is in a really good spot. It's a little bit hard to control the recoil with this talent for whatever reason for me, just I'm not used to it. But his damage output, the solo sort of ability you have as a tank, is quite unique compared to the rest of the roster, with the sort of feel that you can kind of push in, do your own thing, and be like the front man for the team. You're meant to be a front line, but Khan genuinely really does feel like one. Your damage output plus just all the stuff you've got with the shield, the F, it all works so well together. That's a Tyra going for the ult, but yeah, I really do feel like this pushes him in a good direction, emphasizes what he's good at, being aggressive with the Q heal, damage output, you know, sort of a hybrid thing. And they didn't like buff his shield or something, you know, that wouldn't have really impacted what he's going to try and do. There goes the Ash, just shred through a well done Grover. That's a Jones going for the ult. She right clicked, although Grover's dead, we'll just Q to completely counter that. 7 seconds with full Kronos, that is kind of crazy. Tons of damage, finish her off. I could go for the ult and knock somebody off the map here, but I don't really need to. 7 second, like 2 seemingly second like damage immunity is kind of crazy when you shred through him. When you really think about it, the fact that you just have that on like a 7-second timer is honestly kind of crazy, because it is a group heal. It's not even like a solo thing. I was surprised they didn't make it a solo thing, but it wouldn't really make sense for the frontline tag. We'll just try and get away here. The amount of times I can do that in a fight is ridiculous. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they nerfed this a little bit, because it might be a little bit too good, or at least nerf some of the cards around it, because you can make that freaking Q like a 1.5k heal with like 2 levels in a card. Still managed to get the grab there. That was very lucky. He is gone. We can Q to just counter that. So what I mean, 7 seconds with a 1.5k heal for the team is a little bit much, maybe. Definitely not going to complain though, because I like Khan being kind of strong, because I feel like he's been underplayed for a little while now. And these buffs, I think, just push him more up to where the rest of the tanks are, and don't necessarily make him too strong. But I just feel like I should point out that the Q may be a little bit too much when you're going fully in the direction of buffing it out, which is fair because you are putting your entire load out to doing this. You know, the setup, if you look what we're running. I could go for the ult, we're going to go for the Q and just try and pull away here. Shouts go for the heals, we'll go for more Haven. I've got full Chronos, I've got, you know, max cooldown reduction in the setup, a little bit of extra healing, a little bit of extra speed. We've got everything really maxed out on it. We'll go for the grab, rip Dredge, we'll just throw him off here, this should guarantee it, right? Of course he's going to hit the thing, absolute classic. We're not going for really a tank setup at all, I'm going for like full damage, and yeah, it's definitely paying off. There goes Dredge, we'll get rid of the Tyra, there's a Q, just be right in the middle of everybody trying to be annoying. Definitely kind of hard to get big bursty heals when you've got a Grover and a Genos doing stuff, but I feel like we're actually going to have at least a little bit at the end of the game here. We'll just get some more shots. That's Dredge going for another ult. I think he's missed all of those on me so far. See if we can finish him off. 140. I think he's got some damage reduction now. There's a shield. Tyra with the ult will F over this way. I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm just trying to draw attention away from the rest of the team. Do we grab Veteran? I feel like I go through the ammo so goddamn quick. Obviously with the talent without it feels, you know, pretty, you know, right for how much you're firing. But with the normal thing, you know, not going for the talent, it doesn't feel like 20 is short for the mag size. But with this, it feels like 40 is what you should have, which I think it used to. It used to buff your mag size, right? Am I misremembering that? For some reason in my head, Khan's mag used to be bigger if you went for the talent. I feel like I'm slightly making that up, but it must have had extra ammo at some point, because I remember Khan having like 40, or me doing something with 40. I guess you can buff it in the, you know, cards up to that, but I feel like the tank used to do something with the ammo. We'll drop the Q here for 1500, keep the shield up to get the anti-heal off us. We'll grab her, never mind Khan, just not able to do it with the general script. Just kind of dancing around a bit, holding the point, getting some damage, being annoying, the usual sort of Khan stuff. If you hate going against Khan, I'm kind of, you know, sorry for you, because he's going to feel significantly worse to go against after this update. That Q heal when timed right is going to be massive, and the immunity from it is going to be more often, alongside his damage actually being something good, because 190 was definitely a little bit low. To be honest, I would have been happy with it being 200, but the fact they put it to 210 is nice to see, especially with the Q buffs. All of this just, yeah, comes well together, and I feel like overall Khan's spot is nice. Definitely a tier up for me. I feel like I've been kind of passive in this one. The skin looks really cool, by the way, but just because I'm trying to play the point and the rest of the team's been doing a little bit more of their own thing. Nearly off the map there. Props to the Ash for actually nearly pulling that off. We'll get rid of the Dredge. I will say Khan definitely feels like one of the most annoying tanks if you're playing another tank to go against, with the shield, the damage, the grab, the Q. It all feels like it sort of counters what you're trying to do as a tank, whereas some of the others sort of play independently. Khan is like a specific screw you to the enemy tank on their side. But yeah, we shredded there, really quite happy with that. Of course, I could have done better, but I was sat on the point for a lot of that. We'll drop some commendations there. Shoutouts to, I think that was their Dredge. We'll re-queue and do one more. That was a pretty quick game, but a lot of it's probably going to be cut because I was just, yeah, 200 seconds on the point. The same sort of start I always go for. Darkstalker on Andro, which is bugged. Kind of surprising to see. I think it's like level 600 or something. Eminence, Luminary, Show of Force, Mortal Reach, Nocturnal Luminary again, Inner Strength, and an AFK Drogos, I guess. Do I push in here, play super aggressive? My god, that damage is just absolutely shredding. We'll go for the Q. I was waiting for the sort of anti-heal to wear off, and luckily they just didn't hit me. Shots on him here. It's going to be kind of hard to get rid of both of them unless we focus just one. Shots on Genos. Hello. Ceres, there's another Q as soon as that wears off, back with another 1.5k on us. That cooldown honestly being though just feels great. There is a Q. Oh my god, the amount of CC damage we're getting hit with. Obviously you can use it when you're quaterized, it still feels pretty good, but that full 1.5k with the build, just kind of crazy. I think the Drogo is here, by the way. It's definitely not a bot. Wait for it to wear off. There's the Q. There's the shield. I don't know how we've not got rid of any of them so far. There's a Q. Have to pop it. That's a Strix nearly off the map. What am I doing? We're just going to shield. Yeah, dead. We have an Andro and a Leon, and somehow we were seemingly holding off 4 of them, and I don't know what happened. Always feel like I should put more ammo in the setup, but there just is not space for it. You're buffing out so much other stuff, you can't really afford to put extra ammo when it's 3 a level. That's like a triple I think we've just got, pretty much. We'll pop the Q, try to time it where he would shoot. More shots on him here, shred through. Kind of hard to land some of the shots, but he is gone. Ceres with the ult, we're going to get pulled by that. We're going to pull the shield straight up. That's Talos with the ult on somebody. Andro, rip. I don't know why we didn't pop any ults there. I've saved mine because mine's a little bit different, but the rest of the team could have done something. There's a Q. Get rid of the Genos. I think I got grabbed, but it just kind of bugged. Okay, stun. I'm just dead, right? I completely wasted the Drogo's ult, but it didn't matter. We got shredded. Considering we have 2 tanks and they don't have any, is what I was trying to say. I feel like this should be pretty straightforward if we can just get rid of a couple of them, but I think damage is where we're lacking. Nyx is doing okay, Jonas is doing okay. I feel like we're doing fine, but Andrew and the end maybe not damaging enough. Maybe we're not covering them because we're playing the point, but they could just play down here and it'll be fine. That was Nyx with the ult. Well done. Jonas has got a massive heal on her there because she's got a little bit of extra healing going on. There's the shield, but I think if they just play down the bottom and we played like a team here, this would be a really free win. But I think the damages are trying to play up top, and that's just not working. I accidentally, I think, dodged Drogo's ult there. We'll F in, play super aggressive. Never mind, got gripped. Alright, back in, trying to just zone him a little bit. We'll do a Q here. Didn't get the full heal from it, but that's fine. I kind of needed to pop it there. There's an F back. We'll do the shield. I think we're okay. Well, I don't know. My shield's cleared. There's a Q. Should have waited a little bit on that one. I thought they were going to all super push in, but we're actually fine. Drop a U-Rock there to the generals. We're going to run around and flank. We'll dismount the Strix just to be mean and be annoying, because why not? I'm just going to try and separate them a little bit from the rest of the team, because I think that's going to be the way to win this one, is to go behind, get rid of them when they're not paying too much attention. Jokers is on like 2 health. Are you kidding me? Grab the generals here just to push him back in towards the team. There's a Q. Yeah, I think flanking with Khan is actually going to be the strat, just because we can actually play as some sort of damage and it will work. There's a right click. He threw a flash. We're fine. There's a Q. Yeah, that's going to be the strat. I think I can't play the point with the Nyx because I think she's got it covered. It does feel like I'm sort of doing Nyx's job here and she should be doing what I'm doing and I should be playing the point, playing kind of safe, and that would probably work better. But whatever, this is what we're rolling with. There's a Q. Full heal. A little bit on the end there. We'll push in on the Talus. Don't know exactly what he's trying to do. Does that grab work? I guess so. Khan F still a little bit bugged. Strix here on the bottom. Yeah, playing aggressive, separating a little bit. Seems like these guys are playing on the bottom now too, so it's actually working out. We'll go for the grab as soon as someone runs around the corner. There we go. Hello, Ceres. Free kill. Whoever wants to claim it. A free Ceres. There we go. But didn't really look at the score. Seems like we're actually shredding. I thought we were actually kind of close on the score. Maybe we were, but 350 to 140 here. It's definitely in the bag. There's no way they're recovering this one. That one just went off the map. Never mind. He got back on. Ceres ult. Strix ult. Everything. What is going on? I'm in here. Okay, dead. Round back in, dead to the Drogo's punch. I'm having a harder time landing my shots today for whatever reason with Khan. I don't know if it's just because I'm up against a team of full squishies and like mobile characters and stuff, but I'm noticing it's a little bit more difficult to actually track people and stuff. Probably also because I haven't played consistently for like the last 2 weeks, but yeah, feels a little bit rough landing shots on people who are moving around a bit. Shots on the Drogos here, shred through them, especially if you're landing headshots with this, which you definitely can do, ups your potential a ton. Really are just shredding people with this. If you're tracking them as well, getting headshots, it feels great to play. Generals with heal, I just tanked it, I guess. Victory. But yeah, definitely felt good to play him. Generals did a fantastic job there with heals. I think the stats, to be honest, speak for themselves in that one. Very representative of that match. Once we started to play more aggressive, it worked out really, really well. I will make a Generals video sometime soon because he got buffed in this update as well. But Khan, I thought, was more important because it's been so long. You know, I was more excited about it. I think Khan being brought back into the meta compared to Generals, a little bit more, you know, enticing for me. But yeah, sat for game 2. Don't have much else I can really add here at the end. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me the next. I'll see you guys all really, really soon. And as always, stay frosty.